Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's Fortenox here, back with another video. Welcome back to a new Behind the Beat on the channel. In today's Behind the Beat, we're going to be going through my new song called Let Go. Now, Let Go is a pretty special song of mine because this track was actually meant to be a collab. It still technically is, however, the collaborated version is much different than this version, so we actually made two different versions of this track, and this was kind of mine that I decided to release. And yeah, so I did have some help on it, but it wasn't classified as a collab in the release. However, I did not do this entire track alone. There was a lot of help that I had on this track. However, 90% of it was made by me, including the drums, chords, all this automation crap here was made by me, and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to let you guys know that I do got a new song coming out in an hour as you see this video. So just make sure you guys are ready for that one. It's a pretty banger. It's a pretty big banger. I hope you guys do enjoy it. And yeah, so let's get into the behind the beat. I guess the first thing we're going to start off with is the intro here. And then we'll talk about the drums, because the drums are a little bit more advanced compared to the normal kind of drum beats I do. So here's the intro. There's not a ton going on here. We do have the vocal sample. I guess we could show you guys a little bit of the vocal. This is how the vocal sounds. Let's just mute it.
Round and round we go in circles each day. I get so dizzy with you. When friends ask about us, you tell them we're great. After you scream at me that we're through, tell me what's the use.
So yeah, that's the vocal sample. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you probably heard it if you listened to the track. Special thanks to my buddy Trazem, who actually found this vocal. His channel will be linked down below. He actually sent this to me from Vandalism, so huge thanks to you, brother. Appreciate that. And yeah, this vocal matches the song perfectly because he actually pitched it in the key. So I don't think this vocal was originally on key, but he made it happen, so special thanks to him. Alright, so with all that, the intro is pretty simple. We have this guitar here that Fast Pace made this guitar melody here. And that's pretty much just happening in the background. We got this little chord reverse thing here that pretty much intros it. It's going up in volume, while we also have the little part of the pad here just giving a little bit of space before the vocal happens, because I thought it was a little bit abrupt, so I wanted to make sure that there was, kind of something leading into it. Then we have these orchestra drums followed by a sub drop and a kick drum, singular kick drum. And this is the entire like pre-intro. It's like not even 2 seconds long. There we go. And then you get hit with these little pads here. And yep, you also get, what else do you get here? You also get this this piano melody here, which is like a nice sad kind of melody. This isn't the drop melody, but it's just the intro, just kind of introducing what's about to happen next. And this is how this sounds. It's just a key zone, just a classic key zone preset. And of course it follows the same chord progression and all that. And then you also get this thing right here, which is a little bit introducing the drop melody. So it's like a nice Spire preset. You get this. Well, let me just make sure that that you guys can actually hear that. Yeah, that must have something to do with automation. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it like this. Why can't we hear? Oh, I think it's this. That's why. Yeah, there we go. That's why this is here, to make sure that this is on its full filter. And that's just playing in the background. You also got snaps in the background. You also get this, which is the guitar. You also got sub bass. Along with the vocal. And we're gonna keep that muted for now. But we also have this, which I'll try. Trezome also made this. It was a little intro that I decided to use in the intro. So yeah, I know that sounds confusing, but I used the intro in the intro, and that would be my new video rendering. You guys will see that hopefully pretty soon here. All right. So this is the intro that's being used in the intro. And then we also have the drop melody here as well, which is also, I believe it's being filtered. Yeah, it is. Get some chop chords, some chord saws. Has some ugly chord plucks that for some reason work quite nicely in the drop. I mean, it sounds off key, but it works. It's a weird way of explaining it. All right, so I think that's pretty much the whole intro. Because honestly, with all that, you get a sound that sounds pretty full.
What's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy? I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy. I'm ready to let go. What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, you won't approve. I'm ready to let go. And just throw up my hands and walk away. I'm ready to let go. My sorrows to pride.
And yeah, that's pretty much the whole intro. And you get the drums that are also showcased in the drop. The drums are pretty much just 3 layers. You get this weird bass thing that is part of the percussion, even though it's not, but it adds to the groove is what I mean. And you get this bass shot, which is in the key of the song. I can't play it because it's being automated by this thing. Let me just play it from here. Yeah, so you'll hear how it sounds with the whole thing. It just adds more grit to the thing, and we're gonna keep this vocal muted because it's gonna conflict with the showcase. And by the way, the reason why this automation clip is automating things that aren't there, for example, there's an automation kind of like right here, which isn't doing anything. The reason why that's there is because this is also not automating only this, it's also automating this bass line right here as well. And yeah, that's also being layered with this sub bass here, which follows the same rhythm, similar rhythm. You might not be able to hear this if you don't have headphones on. So it's got a lot of groove, and all together, yeah, it sounds like that. And then you also get some build-up drums, which are very simple. It's just this, I think this is from a trap sample pack, but it's from Somatics, but you get this drum loop here that's just helping build up tension, really. And you get the kick drum also adding some extra feel to it as well. And yeah, and then you get these chords here playing as well. I already talked about these, but yeah, it's that weird chord pluck. You also get some automation stuff. So this reverse, which sounds like this. And that's pretty iconic in the track. Like, you hear that quite frequently throughout. You also get this weird thing. Just the drum fill. And then you get these automation clips, which are helping ease into the build-up, or into the drop, sorry. You get this. I don't know why the sample's here. I think it's automated by something, but I don't think... Maybe it was an accident I did that, but... You can't hear it, so it doesn't matter. If you can't hear it, who cares? And then you get your drop saws, sub bass, or sub drop, whatever you want to call it. And then we got Drop It In Bitch, which is the file name that he sent me. Honestly, I didn't even bother to change this. It just, it's just kind of, I just kept the name because why not? I honestly just don't care. So, yeah, we got, I'm just going to call it Drop It In Bitch. So we got Drop It In Bitch here. And then once Drop It In Bitch ends, you get this, which is the main lead, which is this is a few different layers, but it's consolidated, so you only get one. But this is what this sounds like altogether, because this is like the main instrument in the drop. Yeah, and then all that is being layered with all of this stuff, which sounds like this all together. We'll just go through everything one by one, because I want to keep this video as short as possible. However, this project, it's very long, but there's, it doesn't look like, it looks like a lot, but we'll get through it. Who said you can come back here? And yeah, it always lags there for some reason, but then just gotta play it back and it won't lag. Yeah, and then you get this thing, which is from Nexus. It's a little do-do-do-do, because every Future Bass track has to have a do-do-do-do. So here's the do-do-do-do. Just play it from here. And that's just following the first chord, and you get some orchestra drums on top of that. And yeah, that's pretty much all you get there. Oh yeah, you get this guy, which is panned all the way to the right, or to the left, I mean. Because there's probably some panning automation happening here. I don't remember how I made my own projects, honestly, guys. And you got tape stop, which gives it the whoa at the very end of it. Because without it, just nothing happens. It just adds a bit more, like, I guess, tension to it. We also have this sample here, which I think this is another brass stab that we got going on here. It's also part of this. It's being controlled by automation, so that's why I don't hear it. This is probably it, I think. Oh, yeah. So this is one of the loudest bass shots you hear in the whole drop. And yeah, with all the drums all together, the kick and the snare. I did a cool thing here. I give the kick some rhythm, and I give the snare rhythm as well. Until you get up to this bit where it's just like the fast part, because a lot of Future Bass tracks have it. So this is the whole beat without anything else, just the kick and the snare. That's it. And of course, the snare has a bit of reverb on it. The vocal is also drowned in reverb heavily.
Oh, I'm ready to let go.
And that just helps, move it more. Just make it more, like, fit more in the mix. Because if it's dry, it doesn't sound good. If it's dry, it makes your ear dry. Just remember that, guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But then over here, we kind of changed up the drum groove a little bit more for the second verse, which is the same as the first verse because the vocal's not extended really. But yeah, then you get this.
What's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy? I got
And this sounds confusing, but all that's happening here is it's just a kind of a halftime beat. So you get like 4 kicks here, and then on the last one you just get a snare. So it's like boom, 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 pa, boom, kind of like a hip hop beat, but not really. And that's all that's happening there. Get some chords going on here. And then you get the intro, aka drop it in, bitch. And then you got vocals.
what's the use to say I'm your ally?
Then you got sub bass.
What's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy? I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy.
Yeah, and then you got another bass here.
Go and just throw up my hands and walk away. I'm ready to let go. And sorrow's the product of games that you play when nobody will go. Sorrow's the product of games that you play when nobody wins in the end. There is something to stop me from walking away. I feel like I'm losing a friend.
Then you got second drop, which is pretty much the same. Actually, it is the same. Except you got, well, actually, not really, actually. It's a little bit different. The groove and everything is the same, except you get drop it in, bitch, kind of taking over for the second drop, and then it goes back into the first one in the higher pitch. So this is what happens here. Yeah, you get the sad melody taking over. I'm not sure where the automation is for this. But you hear it. This is just Spire preset. Ear piercing, but it works in the mix with everything else. Then you get, yeah, you get your vocals, which are just, you know, I'm a horrible singer, I know. Some more pads, as I already mentioned. Already talked about those, but then, yeah, vocals, which are heavily drawn in reverb. Alright, that's pretty much it for the drop. It's pretty much just sounds like this all together. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the intro, or the outro, I mean, sorry. We got sub bass, guitar. There you go. Drop it in, bitch. And that's all that's happening for now. There you get thick boy bass over here. Chords. Chord blocks. And then you get your piano. These are the pads. Are those playing twice? Pattern 23. Nope. Okay, they're not playing twice. Okay, good. Yeah, and then this part. It's a different melody here. This was the original drop melody, but I decided I would put it into a pluck and use it in the end just to make the song a little bit longer. I agree, the song's a little bit dragged out, but I like it. I'm very proud of the track and how it turned out. Some may say like it's long and boring, but I'm pretty proud of it. And yeah, here's the pluck melody that is like, that's pretty crazy, which is why I didn't, it's pretty overwhelming, which is why I didn't use it in the drop. But I thought it would be nice to just kind of chill the song out and like a nice, less aggressive sound. And yeah, this is just a flex preset. It is called Synpluck Multi. So, because yeah, I'm still learning how to sound design, guys. And at the very end of the outro, we have this, which is just the same do that I talked about earlier. Now, funny story. This was actually not supposed to be here originally. So if you listen to the original song, you'll notice that this is not here, right? But it is in the instrumental version. That's because I added it in between and just kind of left it on accident. I was supposed to get rid of this, but you know what? Screw it. We got two slightly different versions, one with this, one without it, and without vocals. But who cares? Because it's not like it's a completely different song. Anywho, that's pretty much it, honestly, except for, like, for arrangement. Mixing is pretty simple, honestly. For insert one, let's just you get some stuff there. Some stuff is on insert one, quite a bit actually, clearly. So we get, actually, I don't even know why these default drums are even here. Delete those, honestly, because we don't need them. We don't need these. They could go screw off. So we got Vital and Nexus, and that's about it. That's on insert one for now. Actually, there's also the Serum Super Saw as well, which is direct wave. Fast Pace made that for the original, for the collab, but this track ended up being revamped into something different, so I was able to turn it into my own song. And yeah, so yeah, some of this stuff isn't mine. Like, for example, the drop melody isn't mine, but it was for our collab, so technically it is mine. But yeah, everything else pretty much is all mine. It's an original song, so yeah, that's pretty much it. You got growth speed being automated as well. In terms of mixing, it's simple. Insert one just has some like sidechain EQ. It's hard to play what all of this is doing because it's my projects are so unorganized. I don't know what anything is doing. But yeah, for the most part, oh, these three channels, I think these are probably drums, which is why they aren't mixed. But you get all these basic stuff. There's EQ on pretty much everything, and then the ones that don't are usually the ones that have love filter on it for automating. But other than that, yeah, mixing is pretty damn basic. I guess I can see why I don't really cover mixing that much because they're just. I mean, I mix my songs pretty nicely, but I only do the amount of mixing that I feel is needed. I don't really like to overdo the mixing. Anyway, in the end of the song here, there's this melody, the crazy plug melody that I talked about earlier. It's also panning slightly from ear to ear just to give it more space in the mix. So that's pretty much all that's happening there. You'll hear it if I just mute this and unmute all this stuff. So if you're wearing headphones, you're gonna hear this. Now it's going to the left. It's at the full left. Now you can hear it going to your right. But I'll shut up. I'll play it again so you guys can hear it and I won't talk. So yeah, that's all that's happening there. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for the track, guys. That's pretty much it for Let Go. Anyway, just like always, guys, if you're interested in the behind the beats, let me know. I want to see you guys engaging in the comments, asking me questions and all that stuff. So if you guys have any questions at all about this track, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Like, how did you do this? Or how did you accomplish this? And I will try to answer to the best of my ability, guys. I'm here to help out. So just let me know if you guys have any questions. And yeah, that's about it. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new here. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. See you guys in the new video in about half an hour. So peace out, everybody.